Hey, what's happening? Before we jump into the show, I wanted to see if you had any music on a hard drive. You have a band, you have a project, and you want to self-release your own music. Well, there's an easy way to do it. You can go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate and go get your music up on all the streamers. You keep 100% of your royalties, and you can get 30% off by using this code. It's a great, easy way to get your music up on the streamers and share it with your fans, your friends, your family, your mom, your dog, everybody. Everyone wants to hear it. But go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate, HYPHENATE, and send me the link. I want to hear it too. Send your mom the link. Send your dog the link. They all want to hear it too. We'd like to thank our sponsor, iZotope, the absolute leaders in intuitively designed plugins for audio restoration, mixing, and mastering. At iZotope.com, you'll find a plethora of tools and suites that will enhance your audio production, whether it's voice, video, podcast, or a full production recording session. Check out the industry-standard audio repair tool, RX11, or the multi-tool mixer plugin, Neutron 5, or the powerful Ozone 11 mastering suite, plus tons more. Go to iZotope.com and use the code FRET10 at checkout for 10% off. That's FRET10 to get 10% off at checkout. And again, the website is iZotope.com, iZotope.com. Peace and love. All right. Welcome to Hyphenate Halftime. This is our show for October 20th. The spookiest month is almost drawing near. With me, as always, my scariest co-host, Mr. Aaron Farley. How does your spookily month progress, Mr. Farley?
Oh, it's getting there.
Beautiful. I love.
Almost over.
I love it.
Over.
Are you having the kids draw pumpkins? Are you having them draw skeletons?
Oh, at school?
Yeah.
We're starting on. So two of my classes are starting on mask making.
Tomorrow, there you go. Masks, Halloween. I get it.
Fun one.
That's fun. Yeah. That's
cultural
good.
mask making.
Is the ghost from Scream? Is that considered a cultural mask?
Oh my God.
What's that one called?
Do it. I don't know.
What's
Scream? Isn't it just called Scream? I don't know.
The Scream mask? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the popular mask of kids? K-pop Demon Hunter?
Well, let's see. Last year, this was pre-K-pop Demon Hunter. Mm-hmm. So last year was Spider-Man, of course.
Oh,
always.
Well, that's easy. Those for the lazy kids.
Yeah, Scream. I had a couple Scream, and then a couple. There's a new movie. It's like a clown, but it's got like a really
Art the Clown nose. From the Terrifier.
Terrifier.
There you go. Okay.
There was a lot of Terrifier clowns.
Okay, that's good.
But then I make them as like, okay, you can do that, but you have to then mix it with some kind of cultural research. So you have to do like Art the Clown, but then you have to find some other kind of like a cultural idea, mask idea, and write about that, and then you can mix them.
Okay.
So
I like what's
and then some of them are like, well, how much do I get marked off if I don't mix them and I just do the mask part?
All of it.
I'm like, a lot. And they go, okay, I'll just do that. But I'll still get a grade. I'm like, I mean, yeah. C, maybe.
F is a grade.
They're like, oh, C is good. And I'm like,
oh no.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Sure.
A C is better.
Sure.
A C is better.
Sure.
Better than not doing it at all. Yes.
What kind of cultural mask is there? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I need the class. I need the lesson.
I bring up so this one started as like the lesson that I started it as was like a Day of the Dead.
I see. Yes.
Lesson. And so then, it's pretty obvious. And then also I think a dude not from any kind of Day of the Dead type culture in my life, it's for me to just teach a completely different cultural thing is a little weird, even though like
I see what you're saying.
A good amount of the kids are like Hispanic or just like their families are Mexican or from Mexico or like very closely related to.
Sure.
to that in their lives now. And so some of those kids know of Day of the Dead, but then a lot of those kids are like, I don't know, we don't do any of that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And so to be like, hey guys, it's Day of the Dead time. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, let me read you a little bit about it. You know?
I mean, you know, you're not wrong.
that-
It's again, like,
that-
you know, it's a cross-cultural melting pot sort of idea of like, hey, no matter where you get it from, it's just, we're just studying what's out there, what exists with, you know, never mind the delivery.
Well,
method.
so then what I took that as like, well, if I'm going to do a mask making project that has like a cultural element, we should open it up to just being like a map from a culture. So then like, cool. You want, like, a lot of the kids still want to do the Day of the Dead stuff especially because of the designs and the cultural ramifications of it being about your family and the people in your family that have passed on and, you know, making it about them and making it a celebration and all that kind of stuff, which is very cool. But then I also open it up to like, there's so many cool masks from different places in China. There's so many, I mean, every single
Balinese
country.
Masks.
Yeah, totally. Balinese masks, all sorts of like, I mean, just like every single like country down to like little tiny places in Africa have all different masks, and a bunch of cool old weird European masks, and so I basically just open it up. I give them like, I kind of have like a list, like a basic list of like 20 different places that just have a mask, and they're like, "Ooh, I like how that one looks." And then so then they're like, "Okay, so it looks cool." So then go look it up, and then you have to write like a little paragraph about like what the mask means or where it came from or wherever.
I want to take this class. This sounds fun.
Do your best. And then they're like, ugh. And then I have to like make it into Spider-Man. Like, I don't even get, I don't even understand why we have to do this. It's like, I just want to like make a mask and like, oh God, I just don't, So then it's a month of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is that's the fun part. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's not that hard. It's like you take an idea like that one has horns on it. Give me Spider-Man with horns. And they're like, oh, you mean like that easy? I'm like, yeah, guys, it's that easy. Like, I'm not trying to like, I'm not putting you in art jail here. You can't get out until you make like the most conceptually perfect blend of cultures that I've ever seen. I was like, you give me horns on the Spider-Man and we're good. Like, make it look good, paint it nice, and we're good. I don't care.
So Mr. Farley told me to make this horny Spider-Man.
Yeah, horny Spider-Man.
I don't know. He said it was like in a grade. I love that. It reminds me of the Paul Rudd character from Wet Hot American Summer, when he like has to like pick up his like tray. Do you know this scene in the movie?
Remind me.
It's
I haven't seen it in a while.
Janine Garofalo was like, all right, she needed somebody to do something, and he's just like, oh, and like throws it to the ground, like pick up your tray, and, like picks it up, and it's just like flailing himself, like, fine, I guess, whatever. Oh, yeah, it's the best. It's the really best teenage, just kind of like, oh, I'll do it, but not without being very exaggerated in my motions. I'm like Pinocchio with his strings cut, like, oh God,
oh my God, everything. It's so real. It was even at the end, like, because one of my, like, the sixth graders, they switch classes at the quarter, so I have them for a quarter, and then they go on to another class to try out another class, and then at the end of the year they get to pick which one they want to do for the whole year for their elective next year. So anyway, this one kid who was like a thorn in my side, but he was pretty he was funny. He just liked to complain all the time and whatever. And one of the other teachers was like, did you have this kid? I just had to like send him to detention because he drew a big drawing on my desk today. Oh, no. He just drew it right in front of me and he signed his name on it. and I'm like, oh yeah, I had him. Yeah, totally. And she's like, I don't know what to do with these kids, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you should see. I mean, my desks have drawing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's art class. All over it's them. Great.
But I'm like, yeah, I can see that. And you know, they just have to learn of like, yeah, you don't do that. And then you go sit in the principal, or not even the principal's office. They sit at these tables outside. I'm like, you get to sit outside for half an hour with the security. This is a big deal. But anyway, then the school dance was that night, and I was like one of the chaperones, and he comes up to me. He's like, I hate this new class. I need to be in your class again. And I'm like, yeah, I
Ah.
heard. He's like, I got detention. I'm like, yeah, I heard. He's like, you heard?
I
And
was
I'm
like,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
we talk about you guys. We all know.
talk about you guys. And he's like, what?
Huh?
And I'm like, yeah, I heard you drew on her desk. He's like,
and signed your name.
and I'm like, and
dummy.
you signed your name. And he's like, well, yeah. I mean, and I'm like, do you think that was a good idea? And he's like, now that you say it that way.
Let's talk about making good choices.
That's basically the thought process. And I'm like, okay, well, what you're going to do is on Monday, you're going to go apologize.
Oh.
And then you're going to come tell me that you apologized. And then we're all good. And then you can choose my class next year. And you barely got a D in my class. I don't know why you want to be back in there, but okay.
Yeah. That's a leadership opportunity right there. That was good. You stepped up.
Fine.
Oh, yes.
Whatever.
Well, let's get into last week's guest, Brian DeRan, and after we chop it about Brian, we can talk about the 1932 film Freaks. Did you watch it? Did you get through it?
Oh, wait, I thought we were supposed to watch The Thing.
Did you really want? Well, I can talk about The Thing. I can talk about The Thing.
Oh man,
Freaks.
Sorry, I had the wrong list. I watched The Thing.
Oh my god. Well, even better. Yeah, 50 years later, it only gets better. Did you really watch The Thing? Oh my god,
yeah,
amazing. Did the kids watch it with you?
Lila and I watched.
Oh, okay,
it.
Okay. Did she have any idea what it was about? Did she know? Was she expecting any of it?
No, neither one of us really did.
Okay. Oh, good. Well, I want to get into that, but first let's talk about Baby Leg, Mr. Brian DeRan. You said you had met him before, right? Or did you shoot art? Yeah. Tell me, what's your story? How do you know Brian?
Yeah. So when he was talking in the interview about living in Joshua Tree, he used to help one of the artists that I used to shoot his paintings and sculptures out there. And for years, actually, he kind of kept me afloat during the pandemic. He was like one of the 5 artists that I shot for that, like, when I lost all work, like most photographers, for at least like 6 months or a year, I was luckily shooting artwork at that time. So I could still shoot because people could put their artwork in a room that they weren't in, and I could go in and shoot it and be by myself and whatever. So that ended up, for the next couple of years, I had art clients and I was shooting art a couple times a week. And so one of my clients was out there, and Brian used to help him with some of his more difficult projects. He used to do like this gold leaf, and he used to do all these like kind of specialty work with his for his sculptures. So then he also ended up helping with some production stuff of getting them finished to go to shows and all that kind of stuff. So him and I ended up sitting and talking. Hold on, sorry, you're breathing really hard into the mic. Just to let you know.
Thank you.
So
I'll edit that out. Okay.
I know, because I can't hear myself.
I can't hear myself either. Yeah. Thank you.
And so I'm always like, how loud am I actually talking? Because all I hear is like I just hear the sounds in my head going, okay, why are you saying that? No, but Brian and I, so we ended up like hanging out a bunch, and then it was when you and I were doing the last, like the video project.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, oh, Randy. Oh, that's crazy. I know him. And then I was like, oh, how do you know him? And then he goes off on all of his. I'm like, you know
everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah.
You were like in the middle of all of it. That's crazy. And so, yeah, but he's awesome. He just seemed like such a genuine guy also. And then I ended up, that's what it was. He was working on something for that artist at his studio, at Brian at his own house. And so I ended up going over to his place too and shooting a couple times when he was working on stuff. And he had a great place, and his paintings were amazing, and he was doing these like ceramic. He always had clients, and so he was doing like ceramic tiles for somebody while I was there. But they would be like, "Hey, Brian, I want to do this really weird thing that I have no idea how to do it," and then he would. He'd go, I'll figure it out. So he seemed like he was that guy, like, oh, I could figure out how to do that. So So he ran me through all this stuff with like the kiln. He was working with one artist, and he was doing a bunch of gold leaf stuff, and yeah, it was pretty cool. He's
Oh,
awesome.
that's awesome. Yeah, no, Brian's one of those people that was just sort of always there. I think we first met him in Baltimore going through, and then it just seemed like every festival or every sort of, thing, there was always something going on, and he was always there, usually, the Animal Collective related stuff.
Yeah. And then I didn't know he was partners in Monitor Records. I had no idea.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was a big deal. Definitely in the day, right?
Because Jason too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I met Jason years ago.
So I used to shoot. So when Jason started, I mean, I don't know if it was right when he started managing, and he was doing Beach House and Yesayer and
Yesayer.
I shot all those bands for him for like 4 years. Like every time Yesayer came in here and played, I shot them playing like outside at UCLA to like 10 people one day, like before the record came out or whatever. And so I used to shoot those guys, and I used to shoot the Beach House stuff, just when they were just all live stuff. But then, God, I should have put the list together, because also there was another band, Indian Jewelry.
Oh yeah,
do you
I remember them. Yeah.
I shot them a bunch of times, and Jason worked with them. So I had no idea when he said Monitor Records. I'm like, Monitor Records? Wait, why do I know Monitor Records? And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh my God, wait, of course, that's Jason. So I didn't know that they were like partners in that for a while, which is cool. I had no idea.
Yeah, definitely a small world. I mean, and it was crazy too. I mean, of all of the stuff that he's done, then to have this doc about Lounge Acts, the legendary Chicago venue, it definitely just felt like, oh, I figured he'd have something, based in Baltimore, but then no, just to be on the road and be shooting footage, and then just kind of walk into a situation. And I've seen some of the footage, and it looks great. I mean, I think it's going to be a cool doc. I mean, it's definitely like a snapshot of a time and place, or the end of the 90s, beginning of the aughts, and just, I don't know, just like a Chicago sort of handshake from one generation to another. It sounds like this doc's really going to be something.
Well, and even like, it's interesting how you say that, where like the end of the 90s, because I saw the footage of that was just on the teaser that he put up.
Yeah.
But then that really is like, it's like putting a hatchet right, like the year 2000, really. Now, like looking back, there is pre-2000 and post-2000, because that's like right when the internet was still like, okay, what is this thing? It's like email. We're all starting to actually buy our own computers. There's no computer labs anymore. This is going to be a thing, but our phones don't have the internet on them. And we're not even texting yet. And we're like,
God, yeah.
Right. But then you look at that, like what was happening, that was like really the height of the music industry right there. But then Napster had just happened, maybe, or was about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, even how you say that was kind of the end of the 90s, like this documentary could actually bring up a lot more of those kind of like, yeah, this is a snapshot, but this is also the snapshot of the end of like the innocence of like right before we found out about everything, or found out about nothing. I don't know. But that, like right before the internet hit,
Yeah.
like in a real way. Because this is when, like when I moved to LA, and at that point, there were a couple like music websites, Buddyhead being one of them, and that they kind of took off as this like, what is this? And there wasn't, I mean, it was pre-Pitchfork, right?
Pitchfork, yeah,
Pitchfork
definitely
wasn't around yet.
Yeah,
and
or
so
maybe in its infancy, or not kind of its nationwide or global sort of awareness.
Yeah, and it was like, if you were a band, like, I guess we should have a website. I don't know, like, maybe what's a website? Like, I think even at that point, like as a photographer, I didn't have, maybe there was, I don't think there were even blogs. I don't know. I don't think I had didn't have like a personal website for a couple more years.
Yeah.
And like you would find like there would be like a magazine online, and maybe you would try to get your photos on there. And I think that's what, like at that point, that was this big thing where like Buddyhead, and maybe there were a couple more. Tum Yeto
of course,
had a thing at that point, right?
Yeah.
But that was like they were like way in the future compared to everybody else, like with message boards and all that kind of stuff. And so it really is that time of like, no, this is just music. Like people don't have their phones. They're not going to have their phones up. Like there's maybe there's a guy with a video camera, and he's the only one because there's no other footage, you know? And someone just thought like, well, you have a video camera. These last 3 shows, why don't you just shoot this thing? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's stick around for a couple of days. Okay, sure. I guess maybe. What are we going to do with it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Where would you ever put it?
26
where would
years
there
later
ever be a place to put video of, like that you just shot somewhere, you know? Yeah.
But even still, you know, but I think that's what's frustrating though too, is even like 26 years later now, it's like, cool. Well, what are you going to do with it? You can't really sell it. It's not really, you know what I mean? You can, I guess, you know, but I just, I don't know. I mean, it is a frightfully confusing time in media, in the media landscape, you know, where I feel like, you know, going to the movies is kind of a thing, but it feels more and more like a pantomime or some kind of like, you know, throwback. You know, we just went and saw One Battle After Another, the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
Oh,
and
how was it?
It's fantastic. It was great. But just getting a night out, you know what I mean? I have my mom babysit the kids and just go to the movies. Like I was stoked just sitting down in a theater.
Yeah.
I had popcorn, I have a soda. We're not watching anything animated, or there's no Jack Black in this. This is fantastic. This is great. There was like a room full of other adults all watching a movie at, you know, 7:00 on a Saturday. Like, this is fantastic. This was the most intellectual thing I've done in years.
Wait, we talk once a week.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no. Seeing a Paul Thomas Anderson film was, it was great. No, it's really, you know, but yeah, I don't know. All right. I mean, who can make sense of any of this stuff? I think, you know,
it's
you're
like
right.
shooting film.
Yeah. But after 2000, I mean, just really that capturing of that whole thing. And I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what people talk about. I mean, in the doc and what he gets people. I think the idea is he has a Kickstarter up that people can contribute to you know, help him kind of finish. You know, I think he wants to shoot more interviews and sort of get a reflection, you know, or people looking back at Lounge Acts and its place in the sort of the indie, more, you know, independent music venue, music scene world. I know one of the owners is married to Jeff Tweedy still, I think, and they're, you know, so there's a Wilco perspective to it all, and obviously, you know, the passing of Steve Albini. I think he has footage of Shellac playing there, and just I don't know. I definitely don't feel like I have, you know, I'm curious what the bigger sort of messaging is of something like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm just kind of I'm approaching still as a fan of all these bands. Like, oh, cool. It'd be great to see concert footage of all these cool bands.
Hopefully you do a bunch of work on it, and then I get to rent it for $1.
Right. I mean, that's the most,
that's kind of how it goes. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if anything, that's my feeling about just general media landscape, or just this distribution model or whatever it is, or consumption model of streaming and everything, where it really just doesn't feel like you do all this work, you do this thing. And it used to be like, oh, cool. Then it'll be in an art house. It'll be in a movie theater. Yeah. It'll be something to sort of notice, you know, you get written up in a magazine, you know. Oh, hello. I have a visitor.
Oh, hello, visitor.
What's happening, buddy? We're discussing the end of physical media and the transition onto digital culture of a world.
Ryder got hurt when he was trying to do his workout.
Ryder got hurt. Is he bleeding?
No. All I know that he went into the bathroom and said leave.
Went into the bathroom, closed it, and said leave. Okay. Maybe can you hold for 2 minutes?
Take a break?
Well, yeah. Let's just hold for a few minutes here. Let me inspect this.
Okay.
Hold and leave. Okay, that's no balls in here. Nope, no balls in the studio. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, that's not what I'm not playing with it in here. Ryder, are you okay, buddy? What's going on?
So now this is the point in the podcast. Hey, you want to come have it? Do you want to come have a discussion? Come talk? Okay. Randy's youngest was looking at the screen for a second and was debating whether he would talk with the talking head coming through the computer screen, which maybe speaks of our conversation that we were about to have of how weird things are now. Of like that, how my son has been begging to play Call of Duty. And we've been, saying no. And you can play the other stuff that doesn't seem real. But that Call of Duty seems too real and too crazy and too mind-numbing. And, but I don't know. Maybe the world is crazy and mind-numbing anyway.
Okay, I probably got about another 20 minutes until something blows up. But I think I'm okay for now.
I kept a singular conversation going on. I went into Call of Duty for a second, but we'll get back. You can listen to that and see if you want to respond.
Perfect. I'm just going to upload all this without me. It was me breathing into the mic and everything.
Everything, the whole thing.
No, we'll figure out how much time I have or if I'm going to drive to the emergency room. Anyway. Yeah. Media.
So media.
Yeah.
I was saying how weird it is too that we're talking about all this. By the way, we're like talking heads. We're watching each other and we're talking. This was like the future. Like when we were kids of like, someday we will be able to talk on the phone and we'll see the person we're talking to.
Oh yeah.
And now that doesn't happen. I don't feel like that ever happens on a personal level for me. Like every once in a while, like one of the kids will call and they'll be like, hey, I want to show you some cool thing. And they'll like put their phone up or they'll be with their cousins and everyone's waving or whatever. But like rarely do you want to talk. Do you want to actually look through the screen at the person that you're talking to? Unless it's like work related or even this. Like this is good because you can see each other's expressions and all that. But how funny it was, like you walked out and then and then there's your son sitting there with a ball bouncing it and you're gone and he's kind of just looking at the computer but from far away, and I just see the Jaws poster in the background and he's just looking and I was like, is he going to come talk to me?
No.
I wonder if
he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know you're here.
The best thing would be is if he walked up and just was looking in the screen and was like, who are you? I like
we live in the future.
The perfect moment where we are.
Future.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's wild. Okay. Speaking of the future, John Carpenter's 1982 masterpiece, The Thing.
Yes.
How incredible is that?
It was incredible. And I purposefully didn't look anything up. Like you told me about the dog at the beginning. Yeah. And so that's all I knew. And then
I'm so jealous to get to watch The Thing for the first time. I mean, that's one of those events you don't often get in life. It only happens once. So tell me, what?
And I loved the vibe of it. It was great. I love how like campy it is without even being like purposefully campy. But like his big
sombrero.
Yeah, the sombrero, like cowboy hat sombrero thing that he always wore over the top of his hoodie, which is amazing. And then, and the fact that it just seemed like there's a overacting kind of like horror cheese factor to all of it that makes it so fun. Like even the scary parts, it makes it like fun to watch. Like the drama, like it's not dark, it's not lit really dark. Like everything's really bright. Yeah. So even like the like, oh my God, it's so creepy and terrifying. But you're having
fun. You're like, wow, that's
weird. It's
weird.
Like kind of really pretty, and it's in like it seems like it's in the daytime. It's in a heavily lit area. Like you can see everything. Nothing is like coming out of the corners of the dark. And like, no, it's bright. It's nice and bright. And there's just like, you see all the gore and you see all this stuff.
That man's chest just opened up and ripped the other man's arms off.
And I have to say, this is the first movie that that I understood gore.
Oh, right. But in a fun way, but it is fun.
Well,
if you realize like,
because
this is
the first part,
absurd. Yeah.
Yeah. In the first part I was watching, and I even a couple of times I'm like, I'm not like, I just wasn't in the headspace for it. I guess I was like, cause I didn't know what I was getting into. And I was like, oh, that came out of nowhere. I didn't even remember which one it was, but I was like, oh, the eyeballs are, he loves a hand in the face, ripping a face apart.
Sure.
I've noticed that
Yes.
in the multiple movies, there's like the hand in the face, ripping the face apart.
Yeah.
And then, that was Halloween too, right? There was a hand in the face ripping. The
He gets
out
he gets a hook, like a what do you call it? Like a hanger hook, like in the mask in the eye. Yeah.
And then just like,
yeah.
And so there was that. And then and the first couple, I was like, I'm just not, I like the other parts. This is like coming out of nowhere. But then what happened was halfway or 3/4 of the way through, Towns came home with Michelle. No. He came in he was playing with his friend outside. He came in and we're like, and he doesn't like scary stuff or gory stuff. And so instantly Lila and I were like, no. don't watch. And we had to, but I didn't want to pause it on the gory part. So we were like,
is this when the head was falling off and the legs were growing out of it or something? Okay.
It was pretty far into like 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
And so it was when the thing
takes
it was
over
the part
Wilford
right
Brimley?
before it like crawls out of the room.
Okay.
And it looks like a spider or whatever.
Yes, yeah, where the head like drips off of the body after it eats him in half, and then the head comes out and the arms, crab-like arms pop out of the head and eyeballs grow out, and it's
So it was that it was that whole scene. It was
amazing.
Right before that scene.
Amazing.
And so
it's one of the best scenes in cinema history.
No.
Yeah.
And so but we can't pause it. So I didn't want him to look and see pause. By the way, he's like 14.
Yeah,
it's not like he's a little kid.
This is a good age for this.
But he's like, what can I watch? Do you think I could watch it? And I'm like, I don't know, bud. He used to have nightmares. He's like, maybe I want to watch it. And we're like, I don't think you should watch it. And we're sitting there going like, well, you can't watch it. And then he's like, just turn it on and let me hear it. And so then we have it playing and we're like, do not turn around. And it's like, and then both Lila and I are like, oh my God, no. And I'm like, oh my God, I just got it. I just got the gore, like
how
the
much
funny,
fun
like
is.
you don't want your friend to watch it who's not going to like it, or your kid or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you're watching it and you're like, oh, this is pretty fun. This is hilarious. And then he goes out. And then Michelle doesn't care either way. She's like, she thinks it's funny. But then Lila and I start just going, no, and then it just gets worse.
It amps up and it gets more. It literally grows legs.
Like there's blood everywhere. And then it's like, oh my God, there's a head with crab legs. And it's running out of the head. And I'm like, oh, this is okay.
It's one of the most inventive, imaginative scenes in horror anywhere. Rob Bottin was the effects guy in this. Okay. I just looked it up. He was 22 years old when he made the thing. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
You know, and this was when it was practical effects too. I mean, this is sort of a symphony of practical effects. And even the guy who gets his arms bit off, they hired, I think, a veteran, an amputee veteran to stick his arms in there to get then chomped off, you know, so they could rip them out with the bloody stumps and have the blood spray everywhere. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's amazing. It's incredible. And it just, you're not expecting it. That's the best part of the whole movie is like, you really have to not, hopefully spoilers for anybody, you know, if you haven't seen, you know, this film, it's amazing. It's really one. And I think this is what when I say I don't like horror, it means I'm not disliking this kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know how you parse that line of like, it's a horror film. The thing is, you know, it's a sci-fi horror film without, you know, the capital H, but it's not like, I don't know, torture. You know, I think there's a whole other kind of like page.
Like slasher films.
There's another book that's been written about horror that's very different than this, you know, where this is kind of a genre. Like, you know, I don't know.
It's campy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like it's supposed to make you go,
it's fun. Yeah.
And it's supposed to not make you go,
oh no.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you're like, this is too real. You watch this and you're like, Okay. Or it's like Alien, like when the
Yeah.
alien's coming out, you don't think
Chest
like,
burster.
God,
This could
that
happen.
could happen to me.
Yeah. You're not like being held. It's
You're
not someone, got
Yeah.
kidnapped and is held captive in
Oh
a
my
basement
God.
with their
Yeah,
toe being
tortured
chopped
and-
off,
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
can't do that
terrible.
either.
Yeah. There's enough scary stuff in the world, but otherworldly alien creature impersonating a human and
I love it.
turning the head into a spider. It's great.
And I like I like the kind of sci-fi aspect to it. I love that it's in Antarctica, which
Yep.
is just weird. I love that
Wilford Brimley's in it. Keith David.
Norwegians, the Norwegians show up and
Try to shoot a dog
that
like they're
just
insane,
like flying a helicopter, and they're like,
Nah,
"Are
kill
those
this
the Norwegians?" Like it just there's so many funny like simple parts to the script where they're
Yeah.
like, "We don't have to explain this. It doesn't matter why the Norwegians just have a base 10 miles away and they're flying a helicopter trying to shoot a dog."
You'll be happy to know
everyone's
that
like, "Well, we'll just let the dog in."
You'll be happy to know 15
Just let it in.
15 years ago they made a prequel with all the worst CGI you could ever imagine about the Norwegians and what happened prior to this
really?
movie. Yeah, it's a waste of time. It's horrible. I really wanted it to be good. I was really excited about it, but of course in the legacy prequel sequel era of just reboot anything that anyone's ever watched before, it was just terrible. And I guess I'd heard that they tried to do it practical, or they did shoot a lot of stuff in camera and practical, but then the studio was like, no, it needs to be CG. It needs to look a lot stupider.
I hate that.
You need to put more Jar Jar Binks in this thing, and that's just kind of looks terrible. You're like, no,
like
that's not. You miss the whole spirit of the original film.
Yeah, can we just have fun?
Yeah.
The problem is that no one wants to have fun anymore at the top.
I guess so.
Like all the people at the top, like I feel like that I've been going. I mean, we've all been going through all of this.
Yeah.
I feel like in our heads for the last however many years, we're like, why does everything? Why are all these things kind of sucking now? Right? And it's because all of these companies are not run by people that want to have fun at all. Right? Like even before, like even the millionaires wanted to have a good time. And the Quincy Joneses didn't start as a millionaire, right? Like he became a millionaire because he had these amazing business and music and whatever, all that stuff came together. But then the guy at the top was still like, I still want to make great music and I still want to have fun.
You're right.
And it made for a thing. And you can still have like rich people that are able to like design a thing, and then everybody else can go along with the thing and it can all thrive and everyone can thrive. And then people are like, yeah, you should be rich because you get a really great idea. As long as everybody down below is thriving, nobody cares about the people at the top. Zero people care. Like if everyone's
making
thriving.
good stuff. Yeah.
Or just like if the people that are making the thing are also thriving.
Right. Everybody's getting paid a living wage, and
yeah. And I think what happens is when the people at the top become so like whatever. I'm sure all of these movie companies are all owned by BlackRock, like they're
Oracle.
or like
close enough. David Ellison is buying up just about Paramount. Is probably going to buy Warner Brothers.
But who owns Oracle? Like I bet Oracle is owned by like a big investment firm that is owned
Larry Ellison.
That is run Larry Ellison and whatever.
Yeah.
Larry Ellison and all that.
It's bad.
So, and all of those people are like, yeah, see, they just hate billionaires. And you're like, no one hates billionaires.
Well,
people hate, but I mean, people, not just because you have $1 billion. People hate that
you're making
$1 billion and making everybody else eat shit.
Yeah, you're not paying living wages.
That's why.
And you're trying to end the health insurance. You're trying to kill people and kick them out of their houses and arrest people for being poor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are problems.
Those are the actions we don't like. Yeah, the accumulation of wealth doesn't necessarily have to go into some type of like inhumane treatment of the rest of the world. Like somehow these things have become synonymous.
Like make a museum, bro.
Right. Like build a library. Build
the old guys.
Build like opera. Yeah. Some Carnegies and
it took years before people looked into those guys' finances and went, oh, geez, oil and railroads, really? Huh?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you guys financed a lot of wars. I do enjoy those museums, though.
Thanks for the dino bones, bro.
Yeah. Are
But
those real though? Are they real? I don't know.
what? Getting back to the thing, the opening title. Were you impressed with this? There's a lot of documentation on how that was made. Yeah, they literally put smoke into an aquarium, a big like aquarium, and then they had a piece of black trash bag in front of it, and with it cut out, and and then they lit it on fire, and so the title caught on fire and melted away, and there was just the smoke with a big light shining through it behind it, and they shot that.
So cool.
So practical. Again, this is the in-camera kind of world, and this is.
I love it.
But the reception at the time was this came out within the same month or two within the same season as E.T. So to take the temperature on where America's preference, what the temperature of what kind of alien they wanted to go to the movies and watch, it was not the one that turned into a spider head and ate your arms off. It was the one that told you they'd be right there in your hearts and they're going to phone home, and the cute alien, the cute testicle alien won. Not the scary, not the Wilford Brimley crab worm lives under the snow. That was not the one that won. And so it's John Carpenter's career is incredible in that it's full of highest highs and lowest lows. You know what I mean? We're coming off of, now he's, what is it? 5 years after the success of Halloween, one of the biggest independent sort of films, creating this whole genre of slashers, and now it's just crapped out, couldn't get anything made. And so he went on, his 80s were tough, but he made some other great, he made Big Trouble in Little China. He sort of found his Kurt Russell movies. He made a made for TV movie where Kurt Russell played Elvis.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it when a director and an actor click in a way where they're like, we're just going to make movies together forever. This is going to be our thing.
Snake Plissken. I love that. Yeah, they really, they made, that was really, defined Kurt Russell's 80s, but, and John Carpenter's 80s there. But yeah.
I mean, I feel like Big Trouble in Little China was really Kurt Russell's like big, that was him. Was that his
height? Like, was that his apex?
I mean, not his height, not his, just to like, to where he became like the
character actor. Maybe I always think of something like Overboard, right, with Goldie Hawn. I feel like his Goldie Hawn sort of run maybe worked out better for him. But Big Trouble, the funny thing with Big Trouble in Little China is where he thinks he's the protagonist of the movie. He thinks he's the hero, but he's not really. All he does is make mistakes and get everything wrong. And he's basically doing
I gotta watch that movie
a John Wayne voice the whole time, like, well, Pilgrim, I tell you, we're gonna go in there and oh no, what happened? Who's that little guy? Where'd that guy come from? Oh shit, this isn't working at all. God damn it. Well, Lopan, you're not getting out of here.
Should we just have Kurt Russell month?
Kurt Russell month, John Carpenter month. I mean, I definitely do John Carpenter. He's he's incredible. He's on tour right now. He plays with his sons, and they take these old synths out and they do all of his soundtracks.
Really?
It's incredible. Yeah, it's like a prog rock soundtrack thing. I think he just played in New York a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I saw people's videos. He's done it here in LA a bunch. I think at this point, John Carpenter just smokes a lot of weed and plays video games. I think he's in his 80s and has this giant like mustache, and just says yes to whenever anybody wants to remake anything he does, and says yes, pay me. The check goes here. Put check in hand and remake all my movies and do a terrible job and pay me all the money. Thank you.
I feel like that's the type of hustling that doesn't happen as often now.
Well,
like I feel like you hear those stories, and probably because of how everything is set up, like you can't just it's not the hustle is different now. Like you have to dance on TikTok and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
like
I see what you're saying.
Hustle.
Yeah, as kids.
But like that old school hustle was like, well, I'm either going to fix motorcycles or I'm going to make movies. One of the two.
I think
I'm going to start a brand or I'm going to be the guy that everyone brings their Harleys to, or I'm going to make horror movies.
Let's try this horror movie, see what happens. Yeah.
That could be like the same
flip a
person.
coin.
I mean, this is like the Larry Gagosian, like his story was that like, well, I could sell anything, and I just I found out about these posters, and I was selling art posters for a while. And then I found out if I could get them signed by the artists, that they were worth more money. And then so I started getting them signed by artists and meeting all these artists. And then I found some. Then I was like, well, who's selling your paintings? And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, so I started doing some art shows, and then he's the big, like, I feel like there's that, like, that's like this kind of 60s, 70s, 80s, like, where is business in America going? And like these creative people kind of like came out of the woodwork that were just like the craziest hustlers. Like the hustle was real. And those, because when you look at all these old movies that were like, oh my God, these movies are amazing, and then you look at them now and are like, wow, this movie is rough. It's like they made this for much less money than I thought they made it for when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, I think that, there's a world in where,
know.
John Carpenter could have been James Cameron, or James Cameron could have been John Carpenter. I think they sort of came out,
Right.
at the same sort of time in that same sort of world. James Cameron was a truck driver, and and he got promoted. He shocked mealworms on the the beach ball alien movie.
Love this.
Not Forbidden Planet. Space Terrors. It's the guy Dan O'Bannon who did Aliens. His first film that he had written before. It was done really cheap, but James Cameron did the special effects, and he just like figured he put all these like worms on a metal grate, and then put a charge hooked a battery up to it, and like shocked them, and then so they moved really crazy on the things, they could shoot it. So look, he made that was his big special effect claim to fame, and then that got him then a directing job next, and then,
bring in that mealworm kid.
Yeah, James Cameron. But
that's amazing.
And then now he's Avatar, guy. That's all he does is make Avatar movies. But
he did what's the one, The Abyss?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I loved that. I was just thinking about that movie the other day, of how scary that movie was to me when I watched it. I was probably definitely didn't watch it in the theaters.
It was in the 80s. The late 80s.
But I was like in probably 6th grade.
I just feel like everyone's going to drown.
8th grade.
It was just like, those are drowning movies.
Oh my God. And they would like, and it was so scary, but I remember loving it. And I was asking Lila about it. She's like, I've never heard of that movie. I'm like, I think we need to watch The Abyss.
There you go.
So,
after The Thing, The Abyss might be a kind of a palate cleanser.
Yes. And then Alien. We'll go for Alien.
Yes, the Aliens. Aliens would be good. That's the James Cameron kind of equivalent chestburster sort of thing. Yeah. It's so good. Man. Yeah. I feel like for horror films, the 80s were pretty sweet. There was a good run there.
Like so many new things. Like it's so hard now to think of like new things. I feel like everything is like, we are now AI. Like we just regurgitate whatever has come before, because there aren't that many new, like the new things that happen are like, it's not going to be in art or music because all the new things happened. Like we made all the machines. Yeah. We've made all the sounds. The sounds are all here. And we just like twist them around and turn them around.
It's gotta break through. I feel like there's so
Juggalos were new.
Sure.
But that's all we're getting these days.
more Juggalos, please. Press the button on the Juggalos. We need more Juggalos. Did you watch Megan? That was really fun. That'd be a good one for Lila.
No, I'm not watching.
That's not bad at all.
No, Lila watched the first one. It was a running joke in the house.
Good. Would she do the dance?
I'm not watching anything with a little doll. That's too creepy. I think I watched maybe half of one of the Chucky movies.
Oh yeah. I keep calling her Mithrigan because are we gonna watch Mithrigan 2? We have not seen Mithrigan 2 yet, but we will watch. No. But we did watch the first one. I thought that was really fun in terms of like,
was it good?
Silly. But it's funny. It's PG-13. There's hardly any blood. It's like she kills the neighbor off screen, and you just see the thing, but then she does the great dance. That was the best part of it. But I guess the second one isn't it's more of like an action movie. I think she becomes good. She becomes like Arnold Schwarzenegger. She becomes a good Terminator and has to kill even worse.
Oh no, really?
I know.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. I think he's looking for more.
She becomes
kills.
Yeah.
I wanted an army of her, where there's like 100 of her, just like running over like the town. She becomes like the Luigi Mangione of like little.
I was going to
little
say,
robot
could she
girls.
save democracy?
Right, that'd be kind of fun, right? It'd be something to shoot for at least. You know?
Megan saves democracy.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh, amazing. All right. Well, no, and then updates on Halloween costumes. Nothing. Still pumpkin.
Nothing. Let's see. What
going as a big tomato? You got a pizza box
for me?
you can
God,
tie on your head.
I haven't thought about it. We might be in LA. Towns wanted
Oh.
to come to LA with his
There you go.
and have Halloween with his best buddy Luke.
Yeah.
So we may be in LA. Towns and Luke are going to go as Beavis and Butthead, which is
perfect.
awesome. Yeah.
Can you go as like the shop teacher? Who is the teacher in Beavis and Butthead?
I could try. I could look it up.
Or the neighbor? Who's it? The neighbor? They're always annoying. He at least has like a little hat.
Their favorite band was Guar. Maybe I could go as one of the characters.
Oh, well, that's a lot. Wait a second. You're biting up a lot. Guar is not an easy thing to pull together. I'm going
to spray blood all over everybody. I don't know yet, but I'm going to figure it out.
Go for the low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm either going as nothing or Flatimus Blatimus or whatever his name is.
You're not pulling Guar together in 5 days.
In a week and a half?
No. Yeah, the shipping deadline is almost over. I think that's the big thing too. You got to figure
Guar.com.
That's
how they make all their money now.
We got one child is going as a Minecraft character, and the other child is going as Rick and Morty, or is going as Rick, and so now I'm going to go as Big Morty. I think so. We're going to switch it up. I think we have a few events to go to, so I'll get to switch between. And then Shan's going to be the garbage man. The Jason Momoa character from the Minecraft movie. Did you see this? It kind of looks like Macho Man Savage. She found a pink fringe jacket, and then we got the shades and a beard. So
amazing.
It'll be pretty good. Yeah, I think we got a good Minecraft thing happening.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I got like an old pirate hat or something.
Perfect. There you go.
I'll put a mustache on. Yeah. Get a big fake. Maybe I'll go as John Carpenter. I'll get like a big gray mustache and just carry around a keyboard.
That's all you need to do. That'd be amazing.
Black jacket. I'm assuming he just wears a black jeans and a black jacket.
I would think so. Yeah.
Like maybe a white. He probably has a white button up, a black trench coat and black jeans.
Oh, you're going for trench
black
coat.
Nikes.
Here, I can show you.
He probably wears Skechers actually.
You were so close. I'm sure this is like, just think about being an 80-year-old stoner.
Long hair.
Yeah. What do we got?
Oh,
here? Yeah.
Oh, he looks like. Oh my god.
He looks like Lopan. He looks like.
He looks like the guy from. Because I don't have my glasses on. He looks like Wilford Brimley.
Kind of, right? Yeah, he's sort of the like
with the one with the glasses on. If you squint your eyes so it's a little bit blurry,
right?
He looks like Wilford Brimley.
But this is he's kind of
very cool looking,
super cool guy.
God,
you know what I mean?
No, I'm not going to look that cool when I get old. How do you end up looking that cool? Where you're still old, you have gray hair. You just grow your hair out and it looks disheveled, but you still look like a cool old guy.
You just don't give a shit. You just make cool movies. I mean, this is him in the 70s with Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, he looked like, John Carradine or like, he has the same big mustache, the same hair. It's just a little less of it and a little grayer. But yeah, he's
so cool.
He's
look at that 80s guy.
Right?
80s. Yeah. Ooh. He's really trying to be a synth artist at that point.
Yanni. He could have toured with Yanni at some point. Yeah. I mean, he'd be
Yanni Carpenter.
He could have been a roadie for Yes, or Styx or something.
Totally.
You know what I mean? It was like, you talk about like what else could he have done?
Or he could have been one of the other members of Yes, and no one would even know.
Rick Wakefield or something. Yeah, he's great. John Carpenter.
Yeah,
that's one of those ones. You know what I mean? That's gonna it's gonna hit hard. I mean, we lost Ace Frehley from Kiss just this last week.
Kiss.
We got to spend some time at least acknowledging R.I.P. Ace. I feel like of Kiss, Ace was probably the one saving grace of that band, where he got the joke. He was in on the joke, and he had fun with it. He had fun being, in one of the biggest, dumbest bands in the world, where the other two guys took it so deadly serious. It's comical.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you know that the Ace solo record? It's actually the best of all those solo records, where they have like the paintings of the members on the front. The Ace one is
I don't know anything about it.
it's
Is it good?
surprisingly listenable. Yeah. This was a big
Does it
one.
have any
This was a big part of Rat
hits?
Fist. The band, it was a big inspiration for the Rat Fist project I did.
Oh, was
with,
it?
Sean McGinnis and
I didn't even know.
Sabalik. Yeah. We covered a song from there. It was from off that record at some point. It was great. You got Anton Fig playing drums, who played on a bunch of different Kiss projects, but he was the drummer from the Paul Schaefer late night band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was in that band?
He was
amazing.
he was the secret drummer when Peter Criss was too fucked up to drum, but he played on that Ace Frehley record. And it's a good record. If you're looking for something on the drive, put on the Ace
like a good,
solo record. It's rock and roll. It's dumb. You know what I mean?
Tempo rock and roll. We're all here to party.
It's got his signature song, New York Groove. We're back in New York Groove, in a New York groove.
That's an Ace Frehley song?
It's a cover. There was no,
okay.
but he sort of popularized it from that solo record. Yeah, he was amazing. He was really fun. I think he made it. I don't know. Again, Rip It Out. That's the song we played. There's so many good songs. Ozone, Snowblind, Speeding Back to My Baby. The lyrics are
sure
they're great. Yeah, I'm in Need of Love. I think he had co-writers on a few of these songs. But he sang on all of them. Will Lee played bass. Will Lee from the Paul Schaefer band also played bass on this.
Wow.
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
all right.
it's fun.
I'll listen to it. That'll be my drive to work. That'll be my drive to work record tomorrow. I feel like I had a good. Oh man, I feel like that you bring up a lot of records that I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna listen to that, and then I listen to it all the way because I have an hour drive to work. Half of it is going down the hill, and then the other half is just freeway. So it gives me a good it gives me a good chance to listen to music in two different situations within an hour.
It's great here.
Like, is this a curvy hill record, or is this like a cruising down the freeway at sunrise record?
It's a cruising down the freeway. Or I mean, it depends. Yeah,
right.
you don't need to think much about it. But let me give you the lyrics for "Rip It Out," the first song, Ace Frehley's solo record. Now I know you've been cheating and lying all the time. And he does that. And I didn't know you were gonna be so unkind. Time and kind. It's good. I've been trying just to find out how we went wrong. And I know I can't trust you, girl, anymore. Okay. Didn't quite land. Didn't land the rhyme wrong and more. But then you get into the chorus. Rip it out. Take my heart. You wanted it from the start. Now you got it now. So goodbye. So rip it out. Watch me cry. Boom, 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 boom. It's bad. I'm not glad to be with you today. And it's bad because I can't stop the pain day by day. It's like he couldn't get the rhyme in the first one, so then he overdid the rhyme in the second verse. It's like the first one just didn't really rhyme, and now he's cramming in like too many rhymes in the second verse. If I knew how to stop you, I don't think I'd try. I think it's better if we just part and don't say goodbye. I hope you suffer. Rip it out. Take my heart. You wanted it. And it's got this big kind of like cowbell or, like ride bell thing to it. It's great. But it's not exactly Bob Dylan, but he kind of sings it in the style of. But I remember just hearing that. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is like one of those kind of like idiot savants, kind of morons.
It does show you that if the song is good enough, the lyrics, as long as the lyrics sound good, it doesn't matter what they say. Like it could be the most simple, like, okay, let's see what rhymes with try. Cry?
Yeah.
Dry.
You really don't have to try too hard.
Fry?
Yeah.
Don't use F so much. Let's go with the T sound. T. Yeah. Okay. Try. Okay. That's going to work. T. And like, I feel like I read Chicago lyrics once and they were so, you couldn't even understand. It was like they just cut the sentences in half and like put them all over. And it was a song that I had heard a million times and went, oh, right. Like you don't even like this. these words just have to sound good.
Yeah,
They don't have to.
You really don't have to mean anything.
Yeah.
Snowblind's another great one on this record. I think it's just a cocaine, song, Snowblind. It's so hard to feel right, baby, when I'm traveling around and you're far behind. Guy, I wish I could see my lady. Girl, I hope you don't mind, because I'm snowblind. I can't see a thing. I'm snowblind. I don't want to sing. I'm snowblind. I need a familiar face. I'm snowblind. Think I'm lost in space.
This makes me.
That's I think,
the simplicity makes me happy.
The embarrassment and genius of just Kiss lyrics in general, I think, are the thing that just really, like, they trip me up. I think initially I was just like, this is the worst band in the world. Like, they have the 2 or 3 hits of Kiss. Sure.
Yeah.
It's great. Detroit Rock City. But you just get into anything. You're just like, oh Lord, these lyrics are like laughably hard to like. But then you listen to enough and you're like, that's kind of the thing, the fact that it tastes like shit is sort of why fast food is so good, because you didn't go to McDonald's because you wanted quality. You just wanted it now and cheap. And that's sort of the Kiss sort of thing. Like, well, that's rock and roll, fast and cheap. And there it is,
Yeah. It's like they're sitting there. There's someone sitting there on your shoulder going, just let it go.
Just don't think that much. Just don't think that much about it. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
The fun part is letting it go. Life is much easier if you just don't think about it.
But I think it'd be harder. Like, if it's not like they're like just dumb and you're like, whatever, it's just rock and roll, baby. They just don't have to think that much about it. They're singing about wizards and elves and nothing. But it's like, no, they're just so like clumsily, like heart wrench. Like, look at my heart. I'm dying for you, baby, 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 baby. You're like, oh God, please stop. You got to think of another word, guys. Come on, please. I'm noticing everything bumps. Every lyric is just so embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, they know something. They sell.
I know. Hey.
Whatever those words are, they sell a lot of merch. They sell more merch than any other band ever.
Yeah. That's the one thing with Kiss. No one will accuse them of like having their lyrics on any of their merch. You know what I mean? You have their faces. The faces work. The iconography, the logo works, but no one's getting a shirt or getting a poster with all the lyrics printed out. You're not going to buy a leather bound book of like of Gene Simmons lyrics.
He's not winning the Nobel Peace Prize or whatever.
No, of poetry. Poet laureate.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah. The poet laureate. No one's going to accuse Paul Stanley of. What is it? Give you all my love. No, what is not give you all my love? What's the one? The disco one. We listen to it all the time now. But it's
oh God. I don't know.
I know. It's almost like you feel bad beating up on them, but then they say something stupid, and you're like, I mean, they're going to get they're going to be the first recipients of Trump's Mark Twain Prize. So we're literally going to be in this sort of thing. You know what I mean? We're like, well, Ace died. He just missed it. So I'm sure they're going to say they missed him or not. Who knows? I mean, his replacement's been in the band longer than he was in the band. He was in the band for 15 years, and the replacement's been in for 30. So, I'm sure they'll all be very
genius with all the makeup. It doesn't matter who's behind the makeup.
I'm calling my shot now. A lot of self-aggrandizing Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley.
By the end of this year, by the time they get this thing, there's going to be a lot of media attention on how insufferable Gene and Paul are. And we're all going to appreciate, and everyone's going to be like, wow, that Ace really, he was the classiest guy of this bunch.
I think so.
Yeah.
Which one was the one that there's all the live like, hello Chicago.
That's Paul Stanley.
Are we getting high? Are we getting drunk?
That's Paul Stanley.
We used to play those on the radio show all the time and just be like, oh my God, this is better than the radio show. 100%. We could just have this on loop and we would have more listeners.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. Peter Criss, the drummer, did write their biggest ballad though. Beth, what can I say? I'm out on the road with the boys. I can't be home with you tonight. But Beth, I'm on my way. I'll be home later this morning. When I'm not playing a show, I hope to get back to the apartment that we share on our second floor of the building. Beth, I hope you're still there when I get back later.
That is it's a weird name to make a song about. Like if you think about it, Beth, it's not like
he doesn't rhyme it. They don't give a fuck
like,
about rhyming. They're not slaves to any pentameter or rhyming scheme.
No, it's just like this. Make it happen, man. We got to get this thing done so we can sell more shirts.
On my way. Yeah. Just, yeah. The great lyrics.
Someday we will sell coffins. And we need a song that makes us popular enough to sell Kiss coffins.
Oh, it's insane. I Was Made for Loving You. That's the one I was thinking, right? Oh God. Well, you just for like, just so you know the lyrics of their biggest song.
Okay.
I'll leave you with this. And then there's a great thing of even Kiss or of even Gene Simmons talking about this, like, tonight, I want to give it all to you in the darkness. There's so much I want to do. And tonight, I want to lay it at your feet. Because, girl, I was made for loving you. And, girl, you were made for me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. Can't get enough of you, baby. Can you get enough of me?
You write me 3 times of itself.
I want to see it in your eyes. Feel the magic. There's something that drives me wild. That's good. Okay. And tonight, we're going to make it all come true. Because, girl, you were made for me. And I was made for you. All right. Jesus Christ. Yep.
They're all about either rockin', lovin',
fucking,
or heartbreaking.
Yeah. Cold Gin. That was a Ace song. He was definitely the alcoholic. Gene never drank or did drugs, but I think he was a serial sex addict. So he's got his own issues.
I know. I've heard a couple interviews with him, and like within 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, I can't do it anymore. Although his story about like the women that he dated, where you're like, wow,
Cher,
really?
Diana Ross.
Yeah, Cher and Diana Ross. Yeah.
Yeah.
While they were like best friends. Yeah. It's crazy. But
well,
I just didn't
Ace,
think like
we'll miss you. We'll miss you, Ace.
Yeah. Yes. It's crazy. It's crazy. I never think of Kiss as being anything other than this like goofy rock band. And you're like, oh no, they were like the most popular. It was like one of the most popular celebrities in the world.
Oh my God. Wait, did you ever see Runaway, the Tom Selleck movie where Gene Simmons is the bad guy? The mad scientist who makes acid spitting robot spiders to take over the world.
I'm sure he was great at acting. Huh?
He did a lot of acting in the 80s. He stopped focusing on the music and did more acting. And he just was cast as like bad guys in these sci-fi kind of thrillers. Runaway's like a budget, like a after school special Blade Runner kind of thing. If you did it all on a Magnum PI budget.
I feel like we have a lot of movies to watch.
Oh, good. I'm so happy to hear you say that as we slowly transition this whole thing into a movie.
As a non-movie guy, I'm into it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
It's good.
All right. Well, everybody have a good week out there in movie land. I hope you're watching something spooky. Write us hyphenate halftime@gmail.com. Find Aaron Farley on the Instagram @Aaron Farley. I'm @Randy S. Randall. Well, if you like it, if you made it this far, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your mom, tell somebody to listen to us and write and review us and let everybody know that, that this is worth listening to. If you think it is, even if you don't think it is, just inflict it as a punishment on someone else. Like, oh God, you have to listen to this. Just like Kiss. And if you listen to something bad long enough, it gets better and better. That's kind of like this podcast.
Yeah.
We're with you, Ace. We understand.
We're the Kiss of podcasts.
That's it. Yes. So bad. You just want to keep listening to it.